Hi guys, this is Jessica from JewelryTutorialHQ.com and Bespangled Jewelry. I'm going to show you how to make some continuous t-shirt yarn. I like to use this for lots of fun jewelry projects. I'll leave the links in the notes section below. Let's go ahead and get started. Fold a t-shirt in half lengthwise and smooth out any wrinkles as much as possible. Try to get it even before you start cutting. Now with some very sharp fabric scissors, I'm first going to cut off the bottom of the t-shirt, the seam. Cut it completely off because we're not going to need that. Now I'm going to start cutting strips about 1 inch wide. Cutting as straight as possible, almost all the way to the other side. Not quite. I want to leave it attached with about 1 inch, holding it together. And repeat, trying to keep your strips as even as possible. As far up the t-shirt as you can go. Now this particular t-shirt has a design on it, so I'm only going to use the bottom half. If you want a chunkier yarn to use for your craft or crochet projects, you can cut the strips a little bit wider. Likewise, if you want a finer yarn, you can cut the strips a little bit thinner. The important thing to remember is that you want to try and keep your strips uniform in width. Also keep in mind that the thinner your strips, the more yardage you're going to get. Same with a bigger t-shirt. Like if this is a small women's t-shirt, not going to get as much yardage out of it as a extra large men's t-shirt. Okay, so now we just need to cut these strips apart. They're being held together by a little piece of fabric in between. The first cut we're going to make is diagonal, aim towards the first slit over just to separate the end, and then follow that strip around and cut a straight line between the sections so that you can just free up the rest of that fabric. And just keep following the free end around and separating with a straight line cut between the two slits. By the way, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to use fabric scissors. I tried to do this before with my regular paper scissors and it was like torture. They wouldn't cut, they would stick. It was terrible. Buy some good scissors. They're not that expensive. It is totally worth it. So now we are at the very end. This is going to be another diagonal cut just to free up that last piece of fabric. And you've got tons of yards of almost t-shirt yarn. The one last thing we have to do is just stretch it out. When you stretch this jersey knit fabric, it curls up on itself. That's what makes the yarn nice and rounded. Just try to stretch it out evenly. I usually pull it all in one direction and then I go back and pull back the other way just to make sure that I didn't miss any and it's nice and even. Now just for reference, this t-shirt that I just cut, you saw that I only used half of it. I measured this and I got 27 yards. And this blue yarn I made from an extra large men's t-shirt that I cut all the way up to the armpit. I probably got about 80 yards. I've already used some of this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project and that you will come back and see me soon. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. I've got some fun stuff coming up, and again in the comments you'll find links to ways to use this t-shirt yarn. See you next time.